If self-love feels hard for you, like affirmations don't land, compassion feels fake, or you keep defaulting to self-criticism, this isn't because you're bad at self-love. It's because your system learned how to survive first. And today I want to normalize that. Self-love gets thrown around a lot in the healing and spiritual spaces, but what no one really talks about is capacity. You can't love yourself in ways your nervous system doesn't feel safe holding. So if you've been in a state of survival, emotionally, relationally, financially, or physically, self-love can actually feel kind of unsafe. And here's the truth most people skip over. The body needs safety to heal, and it needs safety to optimally perform. So safety should be your number one concern. What is survival mode, really? The way society is set up these days, honestly, most people are stuck in survival mode. Busy, 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 distracted, addicted, running from pain, avoiding the real stuff, just busting their asses to get by. So if you find yourself here, it's not your fault. The world just really isn't set up that great, and hopefully things are changing. But, and this matters, just because it's not your fault, it is your responsibility to learn how to take care of yourself. Survival mode happens when the sympathetic nervous system has been locked on overdrive for far too long, and the body forgets how to return to a state of balance. And over time, this creates illness, exhaustion, anxiety, inflammation, burnout, dis-ease in the body. Survival mode isn't dramatic, it's adaptive. It's how you were unconsciously wired. And this can go all the way back to being in the womb. And in the context of self-love, it often develops when your emotions weren't met, when safety was inconsistent in your life growing up, when you had to be strong, capable, or maybe invisible early on. Your nervous system would have learnt to stay alert, that softening isn't allowed, to not need too much, to be super independent, take care of yourself. And this is important. Survival mode isn't the absence of self-love, it's the presence of self-protection. So why does self-love feel threatening in a state of survival? Self-love often asks you to slow down. Survival trains you to stay vigilant. Self-love invites softness. Survival equates softness with danger. And your body's job, your nervous system's only job, is to keep you safe. So if your wiring learnt that loving yourself isn't safe, of course you're going to struggle with it. Let me know if you recognize these patterns. A harsh inner voice. I'll rest when I've earned it. Over-functioning or over-giving to others. Collapsing when you finally stop, like going on a holiday and getting sick. Feeling uncomfortable in receiving gifts, kindness, or compliments. If your system learned that love was conditional, inconsistent, or came with consequences, of course, loving yourself feels really foreign. Here is what I want you to know. You don't need to try harder at self-love. Self-love isn't a mindset. It's a state your body has to relearn how to tolerate. You can't force presence into a system that is still scanning the room for threats. And this is truly where inner strength comes into it all. Strength isn't pushing through as much as we've been told. Strength isn't overriding yourself as much as we've been told. Strength is learning how to stay with yourself without armoring up. We have to build capacity for safety. And that means learning to recognize when we are in survival and being strong enough to choose to step out of it. Often that looks like saying no. And I know for some nervous systems and many people that we work with, and that I have also worked with this myself in the past, is that saying no can feel almost life-threatening sometimes. So start small. So embodied self-love might look like pausing instead of fixing, not jumping straight into the solutions, but letting the moment be here. It might look like noticing self-criticism without believing in it, hearing the voice, sure, recognizing there's a part that needs to be loved and worked with, but not letting that voice run the show. It can look like choosing containment over collapse, supporting yourself instead of spiraling out of control or shutting down. What is it that I need in this moment is a good question. It looks like meeting discomfort with breath, not avoidance. It means staying present with what is here for you, even the hard stuff, instead of a numbing or running. It's building trust through consistency, not intensity. It's small actions repeated daily over time. And here's the part people don't really like to hear. Real self-love, it can be kind of boring at first. It's quiet, it's repetitive. And over time, your system will learn, I am safe with me. So take a deep breath with me. Breathe in, breathe out, and just feel the weight of where you are sitting. Feel your sit bones in the seat or on the bed. And I want you to just notice that you don't need to change anything. I want you to stay here for 3 breaths, present, without trying to fix yourself. Just that simple inhale and exhale, and letting yourself land a little deeper into your sit bones. Another inhale and another exhale, landing a little deeper in the moment, just being present with what is. And one more inhale and exhale, landing a little deeper into this moment. 0 fixing, 0 changing, just being. Because the truth is, you aren't more lovable from what you do. You are lovable just because you are. So if self-love feels hard right now, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It means that your system learned strength through survival. And now you are learning strength through presence. And trust me, if loving yourself feels like an absolutely impossible task, I get it. I used to have those thoughts too. I thought I would never, ever be able to look at myself in the eye and say, I love myself, but I can now. So it is possible, but it does take time, commitment, support, and a willingness to put yourself first. This is the work of embodied self-love. It's not bypassing, it's not forcing softness, but rebuilding safety, trust, and inner strength from the inside out. If you are learning how to come back into a relationship with yourself, slowly, honestly, and with strength, subscribe and stay here with me. And if you're ready to go a step deeper, I want you to grab the free soul alignment blueprint below in the comments. This will walk you through the 3 biggest energetic blocks and give you some really powerful practices in order to step into safety and into your new self. This channel is about healing in a way that holds you. So welcome back, and I'll see you next time.